At this point, we've determined if delivery is profitable for your business, what menu items that you should select. This module will deal with the operations of running a delivery business, determining which platform to choose, how you should think about negotiating with the platform, how can you increase your presence on the delivery platform, and lastly, how should you organize your delivery operations? On the first question, what delivery platform you should use, there are some things to take into account. The first is market share. DoorDash is the market leader in the Bay Area, having 50% market share. Being on DoorDash can have advantages because its market leader has the most market share. However, going with a smaller player may give you more visibility because there'll be less competition. In terms of other consideration, commission fee is obviously one of the most important points since this impacts your profitability as a business. The second is brand image. Delivery platforms vary in terms of what consumers believe about brand image. For example, Caviar is still associated with higher end brands, even with the DoorDash acquisition. The third is level of service. In talking to different restaurants, we found that Caviar pre-acquisition was known to provide very high levels of support. Uber Eats is known to provide low to almost no level of support. And this is level of support in terms of wrong orders or marketing or just helping make sure that your business is visible on their platform. The next is level of competition. Look at those different delivery platforms, open up the app, open up their websites, and see if there are many restaurants in the same space as you, or if you're going to stand out, if you'll be a unique offering. The last is additional costs. Remember, commission fee is not the only cost that you'll pay. There are additional fees such as setup fees or promotion fee that you should break into your profitability. Now, how do you go about the process to actually select? Step one is research. You can use the information in this packet as well as other information you collect from the web, or even just talk to restaurant owners nearby and see what they know. The second is to collect multiple quotes. Reach out, ask them what their package is. The third is to consider non-traditional delivery options. Because the commission fees for these delivery platforms are so high, we're seeing new alternatives come up. Things like bicycle co-op deliveries, alternative delivery platforms such as Feastin, which recently launched in the Bay Area. It's a platform that doesn't charge any commission to restaurants, but charges customers a 20% fee. Some restaurants are even doing UPS delivery of meal kits, or they're just doing their own in-house delivery. In-house delivery can be a little complicated because you need to make sure you have insurance. And so we saw only businesses with high scale being able to do that. Next, you want to negotiate with the platform. So just don't take the quote, compare them, and make a decision. Go back to them, negotiate. We'll talk more about what you can negotiate on in the next slide. And then last, you want to select one and understand how profitable your business will be. So you've collected multiple offers. How do you think about negotiating? There are financial terms and non-financial considerations. Normally, when we think about a negotiation, we just take into account these financial terms. Things like take rate, the commission fee, the 30% the delivery platform is taking from the overall revenue that you're driving to their business. But there can also be different delivery fees and service fees. And so that's one bucket. It tends to be pretty fixed. You might be able to get a break for the first few months while you're ramping up on their platform. However, there tends to be consistent terms, especially as these platforms have scaled. So that way they have consistent relationships with all restaurants. And so what you might be able to have more luck negotiating are non-financial terms. These are things like control over pricing and markups, access to customer data, being able to get customer emails or customer birthdays, so that way you can send them the best promotion. Scale of coverage. Are you just going to be in San Francisco? Are you going to be San Francisco East Bay, San Francisco Palo Alto? You want to make sure that you understand how much coverage the delivery platform can give you. Do you have unique coverage over other delivery platforms? Is there some marketing exclusivity? Can you be the Indian restaurant on the platform? Strength of the partner brand. As we said, Caviar tends to be associated with higher end brands. And then the last is marketing support. And we found that restaurants tend to have pretty good luck negotiating for this upfront. either doing co-branded advertising in the restaurant as the DoorDash is sending out emails to different people. You could be one of those restaurants that's highlighted in the newsletter. You could also be on advertising on the delivery bag. And so make sure to ask for all of this. It's good to ask for things before you sign up. It's much harder to get these after you're already on the platform. So you've looked at the platforms, you negotiated, you selected one. How do you optimize your presence? Once you're on a platform, you need to make sure you're ensuring you're getting these good ratings, both in terms of delivery speed and food quality. Use the principles that we talked about and the menu optimization to deliver the best experience here. Second is you want to diversify your categories. For example, if you're a Nepalese restaurant, don't just be a Nepalese. People are very rarely searching for Nepalese food. Be a Nepalese and Indian. If you're a salad company, you might want to be in casual, health, and sandwiches if you have sandwiches on your menu. Try to appear in multiple categories. That improves your chance of customer discovery. The last is leveraging promotions, and make sure those promotions are pushed at times customers actually want to eat your food. Let's go with the example of salad company. Right now is New Year, New You, probably at a lower cadence given that it's 2021 and we're still just buried in our homes. But good time that people are trying to eat salad. During something like the Super Bowl, not a time that people want to eat salad, don't push promotion then. Most delivery platforms charge you for running the promotion, whether or not it's successful. And so just keep that in mind as you're running your promotions. The last thing we're going to talk about here on delivery platforms is organizing your operations. You want to think about 3 things. 1, assigning a clear owner. 2, adjusting your costs for the delivery model. And 3, how to avoid common pitfalls that we've heard from different restaurant owners. On assigning a clear owner, you want to make sure that one person is in charge of the whole delivery relationship. That doesn't mean they're doing everything, but they are responsible for making sure it works the best way that it possibly can. In talking to different restaurants, we found this person was typically the manager or the store operator. Their responsibilities being to monitor this test and learn process that we've talked about, trying one thing, seeing if it worked, adjusting accordingly, managing the relationship with the delivery partner, and just ensuring that there's smooth operations. On adjusting your cost, with delivery, you're going to see new costs, these delivery platform fees. You're going to see increased costs due to packaging, and you might have to change or adjust your chef hours. The cost that you can decrease is your front of house. You don't have servers or bussers anymore. And then your back of house, you won't need things like dishwasher because you'll be putting things in these cardboard packages. The last thing you want to think about is common pitfalls. We've heard of different fraud schemes that people are running. Even DoorDash runners that are working for DoorDash will run scams. And so make sure when somebody comes to your restaurant that they have the receipt, that they're picking up the right order, that it's not just a screenshot. The second is time pressure. Drivers will often show up early because that is the time that they are able to get to the restaurant. They might try to pressure your staff to get something out the door sooner. Make sure to train your staff that it is okay to make them wait. Don't just change your workflow because a DoorDash driver or somebody else arrived early. The last is lost revenue. We've heard stories of different restaurants losing out on revenue because orders have an issue or something got misreported or somebody mistakenly placed an order. Delivery platforms will actually most often pay these back. You just have to be tenacious and follow up. And so that's again where having a clear owner really matters, somebody who's the point, who's going to be working with the delivery owners. So that is what we have on your delivery strategy. Thank you.